try not to mess this one up. Eh? So, I do. Not for me, but for Becca.
Oh, are you talking? Like,
Yeah.
are you recording it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Sine of 3 pi over 4 is equal to the square root of 1 minus cos squared 3 pi over 4, like so. So that one, and I got one that's maybe as hard as this one, but not crazy. So, okay. And the only reason this one, why I'm saying this one's hard at all, is because of the square root. There's nothing. Pardon? Well, let's do it. We've got a unit circle. Let's figure out our values. So I go to sine of 3 pi over 4. So find the 3 pi over 4, and it should be somewhere up in there, right? So our cos value is going to be negative root 2 over 2 and positive root 2 over 2 for our sine value at 3 pi over 4. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to plug this stuff in. I'm just going to switch colors here so it's not all over the place. Alright. Sine at 3 pi over 4, we end up with root 2 over 2. Right? Because we got cos and sine always. That's going to be equal to the square root of 1 minus. Well, we don't worry about the squared as much. We just look at the cos of 3 pi over 4, which is negative root 2 over 2. And I square that. Okay? So it's really not all that crazy. So we'll kind of work our way down here. Equals, we'll leave the 1 alone. Negative root 2 over 2 squared, that becomes a positive 2 over 4, because the root just disappears. And we get 2 squared in the bottom is 4. And that's a half, so root 2 over 2 is equal to the square root of 1 minus a half is a half. Okay. So I'm going to write a little bit smaller here. Root 2 over 2 equals 1 over root 2. Are we allowed to have that radical in the bottom? No. So when I rationalize that side, we end up with root 2 over 2, right? Because 1 over root 2 times top and bottom by that radical. And this here becomes just 2, right? Good enough? Is that good enough, guys? It is. It's kind of crazy. And the next stuff is almost as easy.